Hi, this is the walkthrough of the Telegraph cryptic crossword prize crossword 29,461 on Saturday the 5th of September. One across, rehearse murder with sword. If you rehearse something, you can say you run through it, and if you run somebody through, you can do that using a sword. So that's one across to start us off, and then we can have one down. Abdicate, installing sun in rule as monarch. Well, a rule as monarch is a reign. Installing sun in, we put an S in there, and then we get resign, which means abdicate. Then we can do two down. Wind up, gramophone requires it. Well, if you wind somebody up, you can needle them, and the gramophone requires a needle. So needle is two down. Four down. Old tenor music producer. Well, the tenor, I think in this case, is going to be bow, as in Alfie Bow. And O for old gives us oboe, which is something you can produce music with. Parents perhaps creating greater sun. This is going to be an anagram of greater sun, and it's going to be generators. If you generate offspring, not a very warm way of calling your parents, I guess, but I think it's right. 12 across. Circle a lake with my waterproof footwear. So our lake is AL with, and then it's my, you say oh my, oh gosh, going around it, gosh. And a galosh is waterproof footwear. Tome analyst edited as part of the Bible. So that's an anagram of tome analyst, giving us a book of the Bible. And the book, I think, is Lamentations. So we can get that in. Okay, and we can jump to 11 down. Stipulate cars given out, form of pollution. So it's an anagram of stipulate cars, and it's going to be particulates. It's a form of pollution. A time to give, such as Rudolph Orr's food. That's going to be a red-nosed day. Rudolph, such as Rudolph red-nosed. And then A, Orr's food, you'd sort of taking the H off hay, like you would for, you've done with Orr's there. So that gives us red-nosed day. And 23 down, plant that's right in marshy ground. Well, marshy ground could be a fen. Right, going in it, R gives us fern, which is obviously a type of plant. Let's jump to 9 across. Experiencing charm of spring after short time. Well, a spring could be a bound, and a short time could be a spell. And spellbound, you would be if you were under a charm. 22 across. Hide in church after escape. Well, we know that church can be CH or CE. It's CE in this case. If you escape, you flee. So CE going after flee gives us fleece for hide, animal hide. Very easy one here. 17 down. Nuts, something we associate with Christmas. It's going to be crackers. Barely cryptic, that one. And 26 across. Sharp intake of breath from rabbit. So if you rabbit on, you can gas. And punch initially is a P, which gives us gasp, which obviously is sharp intake of breath. Piece of equipment needed in campsites. Mainly that's in the words, within the words. A piece of equipment is an item. And then we can have 10 across. A male excited. So if you're excited, you might be up for something. And then a male AM, and then it's going the other way, giving us a big cat, which is a puma. 14 down. China has big problem with crime. So a crime we can say is a vice, and a problem, it could be a teaser. I don't know whether you'd say a teaser is a big problem really, but I think it must be in this case because China, get the good China out. It could be a tea service. 3 down. Control, such as Nelson. Well, it's not the man, it's the sort of the holds, as in wrestling. And far too much, you could say is way over. And if you just rejig the words there, you get hold, sway, over, which means you control somebody. And then we have 20 down, just count on supporting me. So if you count on somebody, you rely. So merely, it's just as in, a small amount. So 20 down is merely. 19 down, one who's taken silver. It's going to be second. If you come second, you take silver. And if you back somebody, second emotion or something. Then we can have this one, 8 down, oblique. So note about illegal partygoers. So illegal partygoers, I think it's going to be ravers. And then note is, I think it's going to be TE. Si lato latido. Is it TE? So going around it gives us traverse, which means going across. And if something's oblique, it's maybe sort of going across it, touching it at a tangent. 7 down, BBC, this is a nice clue. BBC Chief is the Director General. So if we abbreviate that to DG, and then adult as in, naughty or blue or whatever, adult movies. So that's blue going around DG. And if something's working, it's on. Gives us bludgeon. If you club somebody, you can bludgeon them. 13 across. This is actually an anagram. What could be integral? It's an anagram of integral. Part of the percussion section. It's triangle. Get that in. And then let's do 18 across. Unruly children. So that could be terrors. They're little terrors. And then trade. If you truck something, and maybe if you don't want dealings, you say I've got no truck with that. So I think truck can be used as a verb for trade there. Terror struck means fear. 6 across, touch on a doubt. If you have a doubt, you might say but. So, and if you abut something, it's touchy. If something's abutted, it's touching. So abut for 6 across. Now, let's do 25 across. Starter, this is a tough clue. Starter, motor, finally, and quarry, apparently. So, quarry is a verb. If you said what do you do when you quarry? You mine stone. And then motor, finally, going in is the R of motor going in. Gives us minestrone, which is obviously a starter. Really tough on that. Garden feature takes time. Well, look at what we've got in. Time going in, there's going to be a T going in there somewhere. Inside a garden feature. Something that's difficult. Well, if something is difficult, is rocket science, and we could call that rocketry, which is rockery with a T in it. And that just gives us 16 down. Nick Fish in Scottish City. Now, Nick is going to be like prison. You're in stir, and then ling is a type of fish, a small fish, I think. So it's Stirling, and that's the Scottish city, and that is the prize crossword done. So hope you enjoyed that. And if you're back at school on Monday, hope it goes okay. See ya.